Okay, so we're gonna give a demonstration of our CMP 285 project, stock portfolio suggestion engine, and the team member include Wei Yijing, Senfu Liu, and George Chen, and Miao Wang. And here you can see architecture of our project. So first of all, user is gonna interact with our front end, which is consists of JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. And the front end outside of the project is gonna interact with our backend, which has Python and Django. And the backend is in charge of communicating with the API for getting the stock data, and the API we use is called Market on Demand, which is demonstrated on the bottom right. So by using this API, you can just input the starting date, end date, and the stock symbol you're trying to get, and you can get the price data from this RESTful API. And once we get the RESTful API from the Market on Demand, the backend side is gonna send the data to the front end, and we have a render that's gonna generate the view for the front end. Okay, so here's our feature. So our project provide different investment strategies, and for each of the strategy, the user can take a look at the portfolio suggestion, which contains different stock and how much they should, how much money they should invest for each of the stock. And user can also view the current value of the portfolio, and as well as the growth history of the portfolio value in the past 5 days. Okay, so we have a couple extra features. So for our project, we have extra graphs other than the growth graph that was required, and we also have an error handling page, and so we also have enhanced user experience. So for example, the user can interact with the graphs that we provide. And some of the challenges that we faced for this project, so the biggest one is to find the API that we're going to use to get the stock data, and we have to learn the different type of investment strategies and find the right framework for us to use. Okay, so now we're going to give a demo for this project.
So this is our main page of our website, and you can choose each investment strategy, and here you can input your total amount of your strategy. So when we choose the first one, and the first test case, you can see that. So this is our strategy page, and for the more details, our team member will tell about more details in the later test case. So when we go back to choose our second one, the second test case, and this will be the second. So you can see this is for this diagram. You can see the stock name here, and the last price and each investment on each day. So in the third test case, we go the index investing. And this will be the details of the third strategy. And for the fourth one, we do quality investing. And you can see the details here. For the fifth test, we use value investing, and this is fifth test case. And you can see the result right here.
I want to show you the two cases with the wrong message. We input the money with 3,000, then choose one strategy, then click the invest your money. It will directly tell you you cannot input some value lower than 5,000. Then we want to show you the cases without the strategy. We input the money 5,000. Then without click one strategy, it will directly to the wrong input value.
Okay, so for the 7th, 8th, so the 8th, 9th, and 10th test case, I'm gonna show you is the details of our figure we present. Okay, so the 8th test case is that you can see there's a table here, the table to show the result and the investment strategy our system provide to the user. So in this case, you can see for this strategy, we select the best top 5 symbol for the user. Then you can see the symbol. The first symbol is the UAA, and the DISCK, FCX, CSX, and MAT. And we also print out the corresponding portion of each stock and the last price. And we also list the investment of each date in this table. So for the ninth test case, I'm gonna show you the pie chart. The pie chart actually is in this pie chart we show the percentage of each investment. So you can see the MAT for the MAT. We will suggest our user to invest the 20%. For the CSX, we will suggest the 10%, the FCX 20%, and DISCK 20%, and the UAA 30%. So that's the 9th test case. So the final test case, that is the 10th test case. We will plot the line chart, and this is actually our investment for each date. So you can see the 4 is the current date, and the 3 means the previous date, the day, the yesterday. The 2 is the day before yesterday. So yes, and so we also can see the investment of that day and on the label. So you also can narrow down. You can zoom in and narrow down the result you want to see, and in X label and in Y label. Yeah. So okay. So All of the above are our demonstration of the CMPE 285 term project. So thanks for your listening.